Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get started. Right, we can.
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up, the show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you're taking her spot today? What?
I'm changing.
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Have you ever had the feeling that you was being had? Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on. Alright, already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see the sun? Just remember when you come up. The show goes on.
Yeah.
I like it over here.
Yeah, you like it better? All right. We good? We ready? All right. It's 7:13, hot off the mats. It's fight week.
That's fine.
It's fight week, man. It's been waiting for this. Almost feels like forever. I feel like it's like, to me, this is the fucking my Christmas time. This is getting ready for many of my people to go to battle is something for me. It's a time of joy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a time to harvest and reap what we've sowed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm freaking excited. Saturday night at the Oakland Scottish
Right.
Center in Oakland, California. Johnny the Prodigy Pereira will be defending his 155-pound Legends Championship, Legends promotion. You know, shout out to you guys. Thank you for the opportunity and for the support. Really, as your champion, we're looking forward to having that young man go down there and just basically have some fun. Because that's fight. That's time to have fun. That's time to basically show off a little bit, show people what you've been working on. You know, you got your day coming up next week, man. So it's like, man, 3 weeks in a row too. Because in the following week, I believe we're in Sacramento and Tuesday, yeah, we'll be going back-to-back weekends. Johnny will be going back-to-back weekends. Next week, Valley Fight Series 14. I believe your feature bout with Paul Elizondo. Thank you guys for the fight and the opportunity. Looking forward to fucking get in a fist fight. Shit. Love it. Happy as hell, about that. So, and then I want to say, then you're booked again to do a charity event after after the March 2nd event. I believe the March 2nd event for Taylor is in Sacramento, and then the following 2 weeks from then.
I think it's March 16th.
It's 16th, 17th.
Thanks. 17th.
Yeah, the charity event, Fallen Heroes charity event in Fresno. So
Boxing match. Because I've done the sparring session. That's when we went and trained.
oh, hey, you know what though? I'm looking forward to prepping you for that.
Me too.
I'm looking forward to really spending some time on the pocket fighting
Yeah.
aspect of it, but the way we do it, with our angles, I'm looking forward to prepping you for that. With a big old smile on my face.
So when it comes to boxing, the transition from MMA to boxing, is there things you can take more advantage of just knowing that it's going to be a fist fight and you don't have to really be worried about leg kicks or anything like that?
Absolutely, but I mean, honestly though, too, is angles and trajectory of strikes and defense matters a lot. Because in boxing, guys that have been boxing their whole lives, they'll drop 4, 5, 6 good ones on you really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to roll with that shit,
It changes the things you have to worry about. So it doesn't make it easier. It's just it's like checkers and chess. They're different games.
It's a new game.
yeah.
Different games.
And techniques have to change. Even with specifically with body shots, they have to be more compact. They have to where in MMA, like there's more. I can play a distance game, because there's other things to worry about. So you can't just sit there and rely on your feet and your hands. So it opens up more avenues. It also, heightens the risk. But I mean, shit, that's why, you get into competitive fighting is, the risk and reward. And definitely when that's at stake, what we do here is of the utmost importance, is the preparation to cruise.
You ever played any sports, Matthew?
Sports, yeah. And I used to be somewhat of an athlete back then in high school.
You mentioned. Just I don't remember.
Let's talk about this.
Football, basketball, and baseball mostly. That's in high school. Then earlier, when I was a kid, I also played soccer.
Fucking top jock, man.
Like pretty athletic or national your youth.
Yeah, I've been involved in sports for most of my youth. Yeah.
Are you a relatively fit now?
No, I am far from it.
Did you like doing it when you were?
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah, but I had an injury. I think I mentioned to you before.
Concussion.
The concussion with an internal brain bleed, and
I
then
know.
the funny thing is, I had memory loss of that day, so I hear different stories of how it happens. But from what I think really was just the
I
repetition.
remember you mentioned to me it was during football, wasn't it?
It was during a football camp,
Yeah.
and it wasn't one specific play because when I don't know, collapsed, I don't remember any of it. I went to get water and then collapsed. So, but
Do you remember that day at all?
I remember like going there and scrimmaging and the red.
Do you remember before everything before the game? Or I'm just talking about the whole day in general. Do you remember waking up, just going through anything?
No, I remember. Yeah, I remember waking up.
To be fair though, I don't remember what I did yesterday.
No, but like in terms like
So that's a very specific question for a motherfucker that can't answer.
right now, but generally, yeah, everything before seems.
So yeah, he's like fucking getting interrogated now.
This is the interrogation podcast.
Welcome, Beto. Welcome to Combat Machina.
Yeah, that was pretty much the downfall because since I played sports my entire life, that kind of like hobbled me mentally. Like I was afraid to get hurt again because that was like the time where like the CTE study started coming up and
And then the way media narratives and
now I've realized like that's probably done more harm than good not putting myself back out there in those competitive situations.
challenge the body. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but I think we said it the other day is the body needs to be challenged.
Do you feel like you need competition to like want to
I can't. I'm not one of those people
Something that
who.
pushes.
Yeah, I need something like that external motivation. I need that fear of something to push me. You know, like I did a half marathon. Oh shit! I signed up for it. I gotta get ready, or else I won't finish.
So like just exercising in order to wanna
I have to accomplish the goal. Yeah,
so
for
that's
me,
difficult for it.
yes. I need to find that specific goal to reach. I don't mind doing the work necessarily,
Yeah.
but it has
Do
to
you
be for a
enjoy
goal.
doing the work? Or is it something that
No, I-
direct?
He just said he didn't enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Because
enjoyed
it's
it.
helping
Yeah.
me because I see the progression to the goal. Like for example, when I used to play baseball, like I sucked at grounders for a long time, but I would be throwing like a tennis ball up against the wall for hours. Mom would be getting pissed. And it was just repetition.
Yeah.
People would get bored as hell doing that, but I just felt like, all right, let me get the motion done. I do that for hours.
You're building a habit.
Hey, bro, you should give Combat an opportunity.
It's been on my mind for the longest time, but I have that fear again of getting hurt because I know I'm not.
No, I'm talking about like you can train in combat aspects and techniques without ever getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be, and this is where man, this is my passion. It's my life. Like I try to make everything about a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If what I'm doing isn't going to help me in a real life fight, I don't want to do it. I don't want to lift a weight. I don't want to practice techniques on things that aren't going to make me better at dealing with adversity or chaos. I'm addicted to it. Like
Taking that and like compact it into fitness.
yeah, into almost everything I do. There's components of everything that I do involved in other things that I do. And what we realize is we good? All right.
Yeah, we're good.
So there's components that we don't realize how bad we need to. Hey, you guys are fucking me up here. I'm trying to talk, and you guys.
What's wrong with my mic?
So you're just saying to get closer to it.
Oh, okay, closer to the mic.
Well, then just say that shit. Just say, hey, get closer to the mic.
I am closer to the mic. Can
That
guys
way.
hear me now?
Because when you fucking you hover over, I'm thinking, was something wrong?
Something's gonna explode.
Well, no, I'm thinking, is the mic off? Is the mic, so.
Ah,
Oh, shit. I want to be
Thank you,
talking
Marissa.
for no reason.
thank you, Marissa. Yeah.
Man.
What I was saying though is like the fact that you've taken that and compacted it into fitness, it's kind of allowed you to share it with other people. And it's like a skill set that you don't learn just about fitness, but the things of your fight and flight and learning to deal with it.
And just the way your brain and your body responds to your brain, and the way it responds to certain patterns or stimuli,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's all very it's very spontaneous.
Yeah.
It's very now. It's there's no time to prepare.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's components of how you deal with things, simple things like the way you exercise, right? And the way you approach other things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar. You say that, you like to have a goal and a challenge. Well, learning something outside of the realm of what you've already practiced and learned, it can be created for you without harming you. And I say this because, like I said, I have 80-year-olds that are, throwing comments. Dude, I had my guy
I
Frank.
watched some spar with
Hey,
him,
my guy Frank,
couple
man,
of
my
them.
guy Frank Azevedo, you're a G. He was hitting 12 and 13 punch combos.
That's
today.
awesome. That's awesome for your brain to just to remember that pattern while you're out of oxygen.
And just an
Constantly
idea, a numbering system for a 1-2 straight, 3-4 hook, 5-6 uppercut. He was throwing a 1-1, or he was throwing a 1-3, 2-3, 4-3, 6-3, 2-5, 4-3. Holy shit. See, just saying that was like,
Yeah, you lost me.
yeah, this man's 80. And things are firing on that level. So kudos to one of my dedicated members, and you know what? He spends he's here twice a week, 45 minutes.
How long have you been working with him?
A little over a year now.
A little over.
Over a year.
Not that
You know.
long. No.
No, long enough to have him throwing heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there'll be times where it won't just be the numbering system. I'll have them snip. I'll have them duck. And those are all body movements where everything's connecting from head to toe. It's beneficial in all aspects, and that's why I say, if anybody out there likes a challenge, right? Challenge yourself by trying to do things that make you control yourself, right? And not only physically, but psychologically, and to be able to do it in the moment, not rehearse it, not practice it in any way, shape, or form other than when you're here.
Do those things that challenge you have to be stressful? Because
Well, stress. The way I look at stress is brought upon your perception on what's happening, right? So it's stressful.
internal stress.
Yeah, it's stressful to me if I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not, it's then what I'm dealing with is just adversity.
Yeah.
And you deal with adversity the way you deal with anything confrontational, complex, scary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like to simulate life through exercise is to me, I believe it's the new way to exercise, because you exercise to get more life, to get better with yourself, knowing yourself, having yourself function on a daily basis. You got to wake up and look in the mirror and move around in your machine. So, what better focus than that?
That could be set as a goal.
Yeah, it definitely can. Yeah.
And I think if it was, we wouldn't be seeing what we're seeing in today's culture and society.
Change.
Big change, and specifically in our youth, and in our young adult, because I'm pretty sheltered because I pick and choose what I do, and what I like to do is I like to devote my time to mastering self through connecting with everything around me, including the individuals that I train. It's about connecting. It's how do you truly send a message if you're not really connecting? This thing right here connects us, but does it truly fucking connect us? It actually fucking tears us apart. It tears households. It tears relationships between children and parents up. So do we truly connect? So to me, in order to what I've done with fitness and with combat sports now is created a platform to connect you with you, the real you. The you that isn't influenced by the shit around you. You know what I'm saying? The you that values self, but also values existence as a whole, and everybody else's right too, as well. But how do you even think about shit like that if you can't connect your right hand with your left hand? And you can't remember a series of like 5, 6 exercises, and then we go, well, that's stressful. Is it? Is it stressful, or are you making it stressful?
You have that internal like external stresses, like the hot, the cold.
Yeah. That would be a different form of stress, and those challenge.
Those challenges.
Those challenge. So it brings back that, and you need a challenge. I think everybody needs a challenge. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a challenge. And
Understand the one's individual resilience.
it's what makes us. It's the essence of what we are, who we are, and our
As
existence.
human beings.
I was having a conversation with one of my members today, and I was letting them know that we're energies. These bodies are just vessels. They're just machines. It's not what you think it is. Your energy is more pure than that. You know what I'm saying? It's more. It's more than your. It's more than the size of your car, your house, or the type of car that you drive. It's more than your muscles and your aesthetics. It's you're so much more than that. Why sell out on shit like that? Get connected with self. How do you do that? Train your brain to do stuff that normally wouldn't do, and look at things like stress as basically life suckers. Stress is a life sucker. It will suck the fucking life out of you. So how do you do that? Well, train it. I train it every day. It doesn't make me a perfect individual, right? Doesn't make me. I'm an asshole. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a fucking asshole. All right. If there's something that's happening where I feel like it's unnecessary, or I don't have to be there at that moment listening to that, or being subjected to something, I'll let it be known.
That's a privilege you have being your own person too.
Yeah. Is that I have to deal with the fact that people are going to think I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? But who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole because you witnessed that behavior and you labeled it as I was being an asshole. But in my mind, it was just a moment. I'm not an asshole forever. I was just an asshole in that moment. I'm okay with accepting that shit. What am I, a baby? I'm going to cry about it? No, I'm going to move on and make the next decision I need to make. Right? But I'm not going to sit here and, I think people are way too apologetic sometimes. And the reality is be yourself. Don't be apologetic about being yourself. And if you offend somebody, it's okay to apologize and accept that you offended them without changing the fact that, I'm still going to be an asshole.
A lot of people are kind of insecure to be themselves.
Well, and we see it from time to time. Like people aren't lining up in my shop to come train with me, and I'm okay with that. But the people that are here, man, do we do some fucking awesome stuff, man? We do some awesome stuff. That's getting more out of life, is doing, not fucking checking what everybody else is doing and shit like that.
Yeah, go do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Figure out what that actually feels like.
And that's huge on where that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And that's where I don't get so absorbed in shit. And I can make tough decisions that other people just even look at me and think like, dude, that was crazy. I just fucking, And it's from understanding that I'm more than what people see on the outside. More than that. There's an inside of me that I'm continuing to explore and find, and like that's nobody else's fucking business. I don't have to explain that shit to nobody.
No.
That's why I respect other people's business in that way. That's one thing that we've always gotten along.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
It's respecting that. Respecting that our individual and our energy that runs us. Doesn't matter what the opinion is on certain shit. It just is, and I think when you connect like that, it makes it creates things that in society today aren't talked about. Things like fucking I want to talk about it a little bit, was loyalty. What the fuck ever happened to loyalty? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's not taught. It's not taught. It's not taught. Loyalty is not taught anymore. Respect is not taught anymore. All right. Why? Because little Tommy, he gets his feelings hurt when he's put in uncomfortable situations, and shut the fuck up. Tommy gonna learn to suck it up at some point in his life. And here's the thing: is everything around you right now is ready to coddle you, but it's only ready to coddle you because it wants to make a fucking profit off of you. It's not there to coddle you to take care of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have this whole generation of fucking disrespectful fucking kids that we're saying, well, they're being themselves. No, they aren't. They're not really finding out who themselves are because they ain't fucking doing shit. They're on their fucking phones all the time. And when you have a conversation with them, they're sitting there like this with a stupid fucking look on their face, not answering any real communicative questions.
Completely unaware of the moment.
Or they're using their feelings to get away from communicating. I see this shit in here sometimes, and I see the fucking parents that make fucking excuses for them. And you know what? Shame on all of us. Shame on all of us. Shame on me too for fucking pointing it out. But guess what? It's happening. It's the truth. Well, you're an asshole, but it's the fucking truth. It's the truth, and people don't like the fucking truth. That's why ain't nobody trying to sit here and fucking, blow these doors down. But yet, if we start sleeping everybody in the fucking United States and in other countries, we start sleeping them with with the weapons we have, now motherfuckers are going to want to listen to us. It's funny. It's funny, huh? It's funny. So the way I look at it is, up your game, people. Up your game. Challenge yourselves.
Everybody's conforming.
Yeah. Challenge yourselves. Challenge yourselves to find yourself. I'm like this because I'm passionate about what I do, but I'm passionate about what I do because I put every ounce of my being into it. And when you live like that, mistakes, they happen. Whatever.
So how does one really find their passion though? Because that's a struggle for, I'd say, a lot of people.
Challenge yourself. That's where we come back around, homeboy. Challenge yourself.
Keep challenging yourself.
Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself in a way that you would normally never challenge yourself. I challenge you. I challenge anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself. And that's the thing and then understand that, because of your origins or your conditioning, we were talking about conditioning earlier, you're going to have your own limits. So set your fucking limits wherever you want to set them. If that makes you content and that makes you grounded, handle your business, brother. Fuck what anybody else thinks. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't stay true to ourselves like that. So we end up getting ourselves into shit that, later we have to compromise on something else that we were originally weren't willing to do. That's where I believe in. I'm an old code dude, and I'm grateful that I learned the shit that I learned at the time that I grew up, and I learned it because I apply it now. And I'm not saying that everywhere I learned it from, it was always applied. No, it was just something that back in the 80s and 90s, they would still believe in the 70s and stuff like that. It was still believed that, there was loyalty and honor, and there was something about a man's word and eye contact and firm handshakes and, holding your chin up high and shit. And it was, I'm grateful that I lived in an era where it was promoted and it was practiced.
Those are good social habits.
Yeah, well, and they had to be taught.
I don't see them being taught nowadays.
No, and that's what I'm saying is
Those habits do a lot for the self.
And for me, I live and die by this stuff, and that's why sometimes I'm gonna be that asshole. Is because we're right now in MMA world. It's huge to go and cross train everywhere and have this brotherly love for people that are gonna want to fucking kill each other later. So to me, I draw back and I really get into warrior mode, and I start thinking to myself, in a world where only the strong survive and dog eat dog, why would you want to go around and just train with everybody? Well, because everybody has the right to learn. Everybody's going to learn, because if they don't learn from fucking applying, they're going to learn from fucking falling victim or subject to an ass whooping that they're never going to forget. And we do it like that. When we get beat, there's a technique that beats us. That, you know what? I ain't mad at you. Good fucking technique. I tell you what, I'm going back to the lab and I'm not figuring out one way to stop that technique. I'm going to figure out 3 or 4 fucking ways to stop that technique. And I'm not just going to stop that technique. I'm going to stop that technique and I'm going to fucking hurt you for it.
Because that's the name of the game.
Because that's what people pay to see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the fuck we're training here. So to me, fuck you, train. How about I get to know you first? How about I'm loyal to my people. And anybody that is my people or have been my people, and everything's been on the up and up, on departure, you will always be my people. If everything was not on the up and up, well, you fucked up in that loyalty phase, huh? And if that's the case, I don't, deem you a fucking unworthy human being. No, it just means that in my circle, I don't want to roll like that. And it's funny because I'm still here today because I've made it more about my people than about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you're creating an energy.
I'm creating an energy that I told you. Remember, fucking years ago, I told you I will die and fight for that energy.
Yeah.
In order to keep that energy here.
It's something that you truly believe in.
I truly believe in it, and what I've seen it do, I've seen it change lives, man. I've seen it change lives. So for anybody out there that actually wants change, I say challenge.
I agree.
I say challenge, and create things like loyalty and respect and honor, and do that inside of yourself. And then you can do it outside of yourself, right? And then you will see it in the people that you communicate with. And if those things are reciprocal, and those are just some things, there's other components to relationships and connecting with human beings. We could go on and on and on, like freaking, like psych majors. Mm. I don't mean this guy could. Yeah, but the reality is it all comes back to you. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself.
At the end of the day, you're doing all of that for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And honestly, and getting back to the loyalty thing is it works. It works in different ways, right? Because in a community where everybody's training with each other, sometimes you train with each other and you have 2 respectful dudes that don't utilize that as information if they ever have to fight. And then you got guys that mention it, kind of like this last weekend, Feely, Andre Feely from Alpha Male against Ige. Mm-hmm. Where they had trained with each other, and that was part of the media narrative going up into the fight, and they had nothing bad. They stayed very respectful of each other, and I thought that was cool, but it still created this like drama shit. And then you've seen it where in that with the Ian Gary and all that shit, and then talking shit of and that's why I think to myself, I'm sitting here watching this, and I've created a small stable of fighters. But one of the things that we all understand is that there's a respect level. There's a level of accountability and kind of honor, right? And then there's the loyalty, to where words and actions match. You know what I'm saying? And when you're loyal to the people and you stay loyal to them, you don't have to continually say you're loyal. Your actions speak the loyalties. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that there'll be times where opportunities don't arise where and this is what I think happens, is that's why nobody talks about it, because opportunities arise and people want to they want to do for themselves. You know, and that's hard to be loyal sometimes when you want to do for yourself. You want to better yourself. And anybody in the fight game, that's what they want to do. They want to better themselves so that they can be the best.
So they can make more money.
So to better yourself, you're going to go and train with your opposition. And then open yourself up to vulnerabilities and scrutinies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I think to myself, that's stress, eh?
Stressful.
It's fucking stress.
Stress.
Thank you very much.
That's the internal.
You know,
That's
to where to me, the way I think about it is, if you nurture and you train and you condition your stable, your fighters, the people that come into your shop, right? You won't have as many fighters, but the fighters you have will be fucking warriors.
We have quality. Mm-hmm.
Quality over quantity. And I understand that's not the business plan right now with MMA booming. But again, I'm an asshole.
And with MMA booming, do you think it's gonna it's transitioned into that world of industry?
Yes.
Make more money.
Yep.
Sell.
Yeah. And here's the thing is, what I've done, and you know this throughout the years, is we've always been ahead of the game. We've always been practicing just fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it doesn't matter where's the money. Where's the opportunity? Where is the challenge? You know what I'm saying? Where is the challenge? We want the challenge. Why are people scared of challenge? Let's challenge. You know, let's do it with some logistic and reason. And if we can apply loyalty to the ones that are around us, what it does is it makes everybody better.
Mm-hmm.
And making everybody better, for me, that's what Alpha Fit is all about, man. And Machina Combat is a refined version.
It's a constant path of growth, of just getting better and better and better.
Constant. And then challenging on a daily basis, not waiting for somebody to challenge you, not going elsewhere to find the challenge.
Yeah.
The challenge is inside of you, man. The challenge is inside of you. You just got to be willing to find it. You can't be scared, and you can't get your fucking chonies in a bunch, and you can't get all fucking stuck on emotions.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be fucking objective, and you have to be critical of self. I've said that in a podcast, even if it was one of the early ones. I've said that, being objective and critical of yourself, and that's, you know, and you can't get caught up. You got to look at, you know, what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish, and are you getting something out of it? And is it a progression that's just, is it, you know, super highs, you know, quick highs, and then slow dissensions, or is it just the slow, steady kind of flow of life? And I think everything should flow with life, and everything should flow with your life, because it's your fucking life that needs to flow with. You know, so to me, you know, loyalty is one of the things that this brand was built off of, and it's almost like it's a fairy tale now. I have guys come in and say they want to fight. You want to fight, but you want to fight for you. You don't want to fight for a cause. And for me, I'm fighting for a cause to actually make people better. actually fucking challenge people and make them reflect on what they need for themselves. And if they need for themselves to get the fuck away from me, then do that shit. If I can't help you, then do that shit. Do it.
Just help him along by being an asshole.
Thank you very much. Shit, so- you get it, right? That's why you're still here with me. 'Cause but that's the purity of what the fuck we're doing here, man. Is that everybody around here is gonna get the genuine energy of what we're around here doing. And if we lose fucking focus, believe me, I fucking say something. And I'm obnoxious and I'm an asshole. You know? But the reality is that what I want to preserve is so much bigger than your fucking feelings. What I want to preserve is the ability to tap in to who you really are and stop looking at everything like, oh no, oh, that hurt me. That didn't feel great. Or you put me down.
Internal.
Would you let a motherfucker put you down? I ain't letting nobody put me down. You can call me stupid. You can call me, crazy. You can call me,
And that's all.
angry.
That's all the mind too. You're just thinking that. You're just putting those thoughts in your own head. And
Yep.
just making that your own reality.
Yep.
Which is
So
crazy in
just
of
the way
itself.
you can shift
Yeah.
it this way, you can shift it that way.
You can.
Or you
just
can
have to
choose not
practice
to
it.
shift it. You could choose just to let it flow, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So for your first time on the podcast, that's what I'm doing for you. Is making you think about that challenge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like you're gonna change anything until you challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna fuck around with hydration. You're gonna stop by and buy a couple of meals on Thursdays when you come in the fucking right? Focus. Because I want to.
Right.
There's a want there.
Yeah.
So get that shit, brother. So that's what I do here.
Yourself hungry.
That's what I do here, and to me, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like purpose. It feels like I'm not supposed to be like everything out there. So I always felt like that.
Makes it more enjoyable.
Well, and then I always felt like that. I always tried to fit in when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I always tried to, and seasons would change, and I'd hang out with the jocks for a while, and then hang out, with the stoners for a while, and, the gangsters, and then gangsters make money, so I like that. That's fucking happened for a while, but the reality is. That's what happens to us, and we basically kind of go with whatever, we go with whatever way the current goes, the culture goes, the mindset around us goes, technology goes, our friends go, and I think we're more than that, man. We're more than all that shit. We're more than all that, and we should really unplug on that and plug into everything you have inside of you, because there's more answers inside than there is outside. There's so much confusion outside, and then it's basically almost like pissing in the wind, because wherever we find some sort of solution for our external issues, something else pops up. And it's funny that we already talk about the pandemic and the people that died and the lives that changed and shit, but if you think about it, we set ourselves up for all that shit. We were already weakened by the time the pandemic came around.
Mm-hmm.
We were already fucking giving up on letting technology raise our
Continue down
youth.
that path as we speak.
Oh yeah, well now it's just gotten worse. Now there's excuses for everything,
Yeah.
and there's syndromes for everything, and there's disorders for everything, and it's almost like I don't need to be plugged into that, because the reality is that we make it. So I'm going to make something else around myself. And if that means that I get completely absorbed here and it takes me away from the outside world and other things, then it is what it is. The way I look at it is, my supporters, I love them. I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm loyal. I love them. My haters, I love them too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the haters don't test. I love you, but don't test. Cause my I believe my mind and my will is stronger than that. Whatever hate wants to be spewed, or whatever difference of opinion wants to be, directed. It's okay. That's what makes us fucking awesome, is that we can share that shit. But we live in a society that feeds off of not only sharing it but reacting off of it. That's silly. You're going to create a conditioned pattern of behavior that's going to be outside of yourself. And if you do that, then your behaviors will start being outside of yourself. And then your feelings and the way you manifest things will automatically become, your environment will become victims to that.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People in your environment. And that's where it's like, man, that shit's toxic. That shit's toxic. And you see it. You see it in the youth today. You see it in the fucking looks that they give you. It's like, don't look at me like I'm fucking stupid because you ain't been on this life long enough to know shit about anything. But we live in a society now that knows a lot about nothing. Because if they knew something about it, they'd be able to get their asses out of whatever, issues and situations are arising. But it just so happens that, what was it? There's been 48 people killed in the United States this year from gun violence. And we're not even fucking 48 days into it, are we?
Already?
Yeah. Already, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the zombified nation. It's this incoherent fucking,
And
there's so much importance on everything else except for this.
That has nothing to do with gun control, does it? It's just the individuals themselves, their mentality, their mindset, the way that they are, the way that they carry themselves, how they choose to react.
And when you have no control, you're gonna give yourself to something. Well, they're giving themselves to shit like that, and it's not making our world any better. So the way I look at it is, I'm against all of that. I don't care on what level. Dude, honestly, you can look at it in the corporate world too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can look at it in the corporate world. People are stepping over people all the fucking time, and that's why nobody, none of this younger generation wants to work and shit. Well, because why? Because they're being utilized now. Everything's become this corporate fucking, constant turnover. Fuck you, we'll move on to the next human being kind of thing.
Yeah.
And people's lives get swiped on like motherfuckers swipe on fucking shit on their phone. And it's like, that's how I feel. I'm like, nah. And we're not going to do that shit around here. And I'm going to tell people the fucking truth. And if they don't like it, then you don't need to be here. I can't help you. I can't help you then. I can't help you.
Yeah, go do something else.
Yeah. But if you do get what I'm laying down and you're ready to learn other stuff that you can implement, you don't have to be fucking fanatical. I'm not creating a cult. Just implement the shit. Implement some of this shit that works, and the shit that don't work, throw it out. If I piss you off, say, hey, dude, when I saw that was disrespectful, and I'd be like, well, given the state of our fucking culture right now, I think that fucking every kid right now is a disrespectful little fucking shit. If they don't look at you and acknowledge you as an adult, and if they don't answer your questions, especially when they're seeking assistance, and whether it's their self-confidence, their ability to defend themselves, or just trying to get out a little bit more, if they can't answer your fucking questions, then they don't want it. And if they don't want it, I got to look over to to adults in it. So, not calling you out, just calling it as I see it, in my opinion, my point of view. The way we do shit around here, because I ain't scared to tell a parent to be like, nah, we're good. Thank you very much for stopping by. That's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't help you. I can't help your child. I can't,
Yeah,
You gotta be.
if people want real life fitness, real life honest shit, I'm here for you. Alpha Fit. Alpha Fit's the beginning. It's the beginning of the Greek alphabet. It's also the Alpha Omega. It's in the Bible, right? Alpha is the beginning. Start by challenging yourself, and don't be so sensitive, because the sensitivity in this world is fucking killing us. It's killing us. It's toxifying our communications and our connections with humans. It's somebody would say, well, he needs some sensitivity training. You know what? I would poke holes through it. I would poke holes through it, because in the world that I live in, it's not going to help.
Is that a thing? Sensitivity training?
Absolutely it is. Oh, dude, that's a whole corporate thing. Eh? Yeah.
It's a corporate.
It's a corporate thing. Yeah. It's a corporate American.
Be unaware of that.
See? But you're better off because of that.
You bet.
I feel like a better person.
You're better off.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, because then you're really not able to communicate with somebody else and talk your differences, and nothing ever gets.
But see, here's the thing: is
a bunch of BS.
and the reality is I can communicate with anybody.
You'll get your point across.
Obviously, the energy interaction with any individual, it's on an individual basis. If you come up, I might try to calm you down, but if you can't talk to me and you're just like, then okay. Have a good day. I'm not, I can't, it's okay. Then that energy exchange, there can't be any connection there. And that's where the challenge comes in too, not only with having to learn shit outside of the realm of what you've ever learned, but also embracing the fact that you're letting go of your energy and you're giving it to some direction. And what I look at is, I look at everything we do as patterns. They're patterns. They're just different patterns, that ultimately are going to make sense. Ultimately, at first, they won't.
Everything's a pattern. 7 days in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's a pattern.
24.
Everything has its levels. Everything has its progressions. And man, to me, that's my life. That's patterns, progressions,
It makes sense.
internal logistics, biomechanic, neural connections.
The body, the self.
The machine, man, the machine. It's so, and it's. I don't just try helping people get more in touch with that aspect of their human, but I'm constantly doing it with myself. I'm constantly learning as a coach. I'm learning as a father. I'm learning as a businessman. I'm learning all the time, and I'm not on anybody's. We've talked about lineal and non-lineal time. I'm not on anybody's fucking watch. The people's watches that I'm on are my people. I tell my people I'm gonna be here at that time. I'm gonna be here at that time. If I tell them I'm gonna be here on that day, I'm gonna be here on that day. If they need me to be somewhere, I'm gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
If I can help them, I'm gonna be there. All it takes is communication and connecting. No bullshitting. No angling. I'm not trying to, fucking, I don't know. You know how it goes out
Be
there.
straightforward.
Take advantage of a certain.
Yeah, or try to manipulate a situation or anything like that. Just be straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, save everybody the time and just be straightforward.
Just be straightforward.
What it is that you want to do.
Just be straightforward. And here's the thing is, I can say things things in a lot of ways. Do you get it? I can say things different ways. I don't have to always be abrasive or confrontational or aggressive. Actually, I like the aggressive.
I was gonna ask you, do you enjoy the aggressiveness?
It was one of the things that when I started all the Facebook and stuff. Is I told her one of the things I want to be known as is we're aggressively different. And I'm aggressively different. I'm different to the point to where I have to kind of be as passionate because what I'm saying, it almost sounds too good to be fucking true. But it's true. I'm not sugarcoating shit.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Mm-mm.
It ain't easy. Accomplishing anything ain't easy. Accomplishing that enlightenment, that self-enlightenment, that acceptance of you, that's not easy. It's not easy at all. That's why everybody's losing their motherfucking minds and then blaming other shit for losing their minds. When it's like you allowed shit to pull your mind away from the truth, and the truth was you.
There's no accountability there.
You're the truth. You know, and things like, loyalty to me mean that if I believe in what I do, and if I practice what I preach, and I commit myself, then my loyalties will ultimately benefit anybody I'm loyal to. So to me, like some people say, well, if you were more likable, you'd have more business. But the reality is, yeah, but I'd have a bunch of fake motherfuckers around me. And I'd be having to cater to them to pay my bills.
And you wouldn't be true to yourself.
I wouldn't be true to myself.
There's no peace in mind.
I'd be selling out for every dollar they threw at me like a little fucking stripper bitch.
Like a little.
Sorry, strippers. You guys are awesome.
We still love you though.
I don't have anything against strippers.
Make your money. Yeah.
This girl,
Yeah.
but as a man, as my perception as a man, because a lot of people would, listen to some of the stuff I say and be like, what toxic masculinity is a thing, and what's the other one? That I'm saying about men, about
There's quite a few now, apparently.
sayings
Too many more.
about misogynistic, fucking what else? I don't know. I'm all those things, I guess. But here's the thing: is that's why I don't label shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't label shit.
not
I don't label anything. I just call it what it is. That's why I don't mind calling like something like, well, that was dumb. Are you calling me dumb? Dumb, like all that action, dumb. Did you do that action?
Figure it out.
Well, you can be dumb right now and smart later. It's okay.
Yeah.
We all got dumb
Oh,
moments.
yeah, we all have
Yeah,
dumb
man.
moments.
But
We're
we
only
live in
human.
a fucking society where you
Yeah.
can't say stuff like that. Or if you say stuff like that, you're an asshole.
Mhm.
So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm an asshole. Kind of like with the fighting thing. It almost felt like I couldn't escape it. So I just gave myself to it.
It's pretty cool.
All I do is fight and have to watch my fucking back. Why? Maybe it's because I'm an asshole. I don't know. But you see how everything connects? It's healthy. It's healthy to accept. It's, yeah.
Like it is what it is. Embrace it.
Uh-huh.
And challenge. Challenge, because you never know what you're going to find out about yourself unless you challenge. And you don't have to have the outside world challenge you. Because when the outside world challenges you, if you've already challenged yourself, the challenge that the outside world brings is going to be minor to the challenges you've met internally and the acceptances and the shit that
You can take yourself to completely different levels than
Yeah.
the outside world can give you.
So this is your fucking session for today, Vato. So that's what we'll call this this episode is Metal Session. That's what we'll call it.
You have to look back at this a year from now and see how far.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the thing is even just thinking about shit like this.
Yeah.
Do you?
From time to time, yeah. But like going back to behaviors, I catch myself in these bad behaviors. I'm like, shit, I don't want to be doing
It's
this.
conditioning.
You're aware of
And
those
I'm,
behaviors.
yes, I'm aware of, and I'm slowly changing.
And it's conditioning. And it's not, you're not a bad person.
Yeah.
You're not a bad, you're not a bad
You've
person.
just trained yourself to do that.
You've tried,
Yeah.
just like we all do from the time we're fucking born. The things around us condition us, and then what we do is we internalize those perceptions, those images, those events and occurrences in our lives, and then we manifest our own shit out of that.
Yeah.
You know, and then we look at it like that, and then that's what it is to us,
A reality.
our reality. You know, so to me, I just kind of observing like reality, and that's one of the reasons why, and I think you've said it before too, like being out in public. Like when I go out in public, I'm like more aware of everything around me than I am of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and it's funny because, you know, a lot of times I walk around confident, you know, and I don't know if like normally people are like this or they're walking like, you know.
I always notice that. It kind of bugs me when people go to walks. They're always on their phones like this and kind of.
There's a very like stressful energy to being out in public, and like it's definitely strange unless you're with people that you know or something. If you're out with random people, there's usually, or at least it has been here in California, because we've been to other states.
We've been to other
We've been
states.
to other states,
Yeah.
and it's been completely different. Florida was awful.
Florida was awesome,
Florida
dude.
was-
There's some fucking interesting motherfuckers out there. Florida, we
Everybody
love
was
you.
looking at you in the
Florida,
eyes.
yeah,
saying hello.
Florida, we love you. You're,
Idaho was cool too.
Idaho was fucking
So
cool.
maybe it's just a
yeah.
California thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Nevada's pretty weird.
Nevada's also a bit strange.
Yeah,
There's some
parts,
characters
different
out.
parts of it. So yeah, no. So yeah, man. Yeah, fuck. I think how long we've been on?
About like an hour.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's wrap this motherfucker up. Yeah, no. With that said, this will be about a month since we started Machina Meals.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, we'll do that picture bullshit for the next session. That way, you could take a standstill,
Okay.
and then you can put them up next to each other. So
We can still keep talking. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
They still hear us?
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll do that for next time. But it's been almost a full month of Machina Meals.
Yeah.
I've fucking benefited so much from it. I've done I've dropped about 10 pounds and
Damn.
probably about 3% body fat, and man, I feel great. My growing is slowly getting better.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being healthy again. And honestly, Machina Meals helped me with that. And I will share a photo next week of
Before and after.
of before and after. And the before was from September.
I think it's September 30th.
Yeah, of my birthday when I posted a picture. I was actually heavier than that in December when I was eating tamales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's still, it's a difference. But man, I'm telling you, without that month of clean eating and doing what I needed to do, I don't believe I'd be coming along with my injury, because I was already hurting for 2 months
Wow.
with that growing before January.
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, so I was already hurting from November
Uh-huh.
when I strained it, and then I completely pulled it, and then I completely tore it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things where it's like the nutrition, the hydration, the everything that, you know, the five pillars, the 5 components of everything I teach here have started to bring me back, and I have, you know, to change. But I've also, I do what I say what I do, and that's the way, you know, it's the branding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's the brand.
Seeing what you preach.
Yeah. So with that said, this will be our last Oreo toast, because Oreo, you the studies that they did on your addiction, you have no fucking power over a machina. So with that said,
Cookie time.
cookie time.
I saw
Cheers. Hey, check it
Cheers.
out. You're challenging yourself.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go.
This morning, Food Max, and I saw Oreo puddings.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what I thought. I get it because I'm kind of
Enjoy.
I'm gonna enjoy this Oreo.
Look at that. And that's a man that's doing a weight cut. So just to show you guys, don't be scared of shit. Understand it, man. Wow. Well,
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody